Hello, everyone. My name is Mapy Villaudy, and I'm Vice President of Marketing, Communications, and Development at Ovarian Cancer Canada. I'd like to begin by acknowledging the Indigenous peoples of all the lands that we are on today. While we are gathering virtually, let's take a moment to appreciate the importance of the lands we each call home, and to reaffirm our commitment and responsibility in improving relationships between nations, as well as our own understanding of Indigenous peoples and their cultures. Thank you for tuning in for our World Ovarian Cancer Day Symposium, a wonderful opportunity for learning and connection. Throughout the presentation today, you'll be able to send through your thoughts and questions in the chat box to the right of your screen. We would love to hear from you. Before we kick off today's program, a special note of thanks to our presenting sponsor, GSK, as well as sponsors Feedloop and Stuart McKelvey for all the support in making this symposium possible. With that, it is my pleasure to introduce the first session, Powered by Impact. Joining us live is CEO Elisabeth Baugh.
Thank you, Mapy. Welcome to Ovarian Cancer Canada's World Ovarian Cancer Day Symposium. I am Elisabeth Baugh, and I'm the CEO of Ovarian Cancer Canada. Today, you're tuning in alongside people from right across the country, some directly impacted by ovarian cancer and others who are deeply committed to making a difference against this disease. It's been a challenging time for all of us over the course of this pandemic. As we know all too well, ovarian cancer continues to affect us and our communities. It is not waiting for the next normal. And at Ovarian Cancer Canada, neither are we. While an ovarian cancer diagnosis can come with intense feelings of isolation and uncertainty, the choices you make have potential to impact how you feel. It's also empowering to know what you can do for yourself. And my hope today is that your choice to join this symposium brings you closer to a community of people who can relate to you firsthand, and that these sessions will enable you to take back some of the power that you may feel that you have lost during the journey with this disease. Because knowledge is power, and information can help ease anxiety at the hardest of times. Our symposium today is also about tapping into the power of connection at a time when many of us are feeling disconnected. So I invite you to lean in, ask questions, maybe even make a new friend. Thank you for showing up today. For our Teal sisters and for the Teal Nation, this movement is powerful because of you. Having recently announced my retirement, this is going to be my last World Ovarian Cancer Day as CEO of Ovarian Cancer Canada. It's such a privilege to be among you and to see how far our movement has come in 24 years. Not long ago, there were only 3 researchers in all of Canada who were focused on ovarian cancer. Dr. Barbara van der Heijden, one of those researchers, will join us today to share how Ovarian Cancer Canada's OVCAN initiative is speeding scientific discoveries. But ahead of her presentation, it fills me with pride to say that today Canadians' ovarian cancer research community is seen as one of the most engaged and collaborative in the world. Hope lives here. And it's because of you, whether you volunteer, donate, fundraise, or sponsor this important cause. What was once a whisper becomes a roar when we join our hands and our hearts. Your efforts and contributions are helping women live fuller, better, and longer lives. And we must continue to rise to the challenge. Whether we take individual action or work as part of a collective, there is always something that can be done to bring us closer to seeing our vision become a reality. And by putting these efforts together, we become all the more powerful. Powerful together is our theme this World Ovarian Cancer Day. Today is a vital touchstone for our community as we amplify our cause, and it's a point of pride for me personally as chair of the World Ovarian Cancer Coalition. Annwen Jones is vice chair of the coalition and chief executive of Target Ovarian Cancer in the UK. She joins us today to tell you about our global efforts.
Greetings from London, England. My name is Annwen Jones, and as Vice Chair of the World Ovarian Cancer Coalition, I'm so thrilled to be joining you today. The World Ovarian Cancer Coalition is a really unique collaboration of ovarian cancer charities from right across the globe, working to drive improvements in survival everywhere and to address healthcare inequities and enable women in low to middle income regions to get the care that they too rightly deserve. World Ovarian Cancer Day, May the 8th, is a time when communities like yours, like mine, rally together for a world in which every woman with this disease has the best possible chance of survival and the best quality of life wherever she may live. It really was a landmark day when Elisabeth volunteered to chair the first World Ovarian Cancer Day. Elisabeth was convinced that more had to be done internationally to propel this cause. And she wasn't alone, as the international community, including myself, roared with approval. Elisabeth, on behalf of the entire coalition, we thank you. Your leadership of this international movement has helped it to flourish, to reach new territory, and to have a huge impact on women with ovarian cancer and their families everywhere. After a strong 9 years, the global movement is still relatively young, but already leading organisations like Ovarian Cancer Canada, like Target Ovarian Cancer in the UK, are reaching beyond our borders. We're sharing best practices, we're sharing learnings so that no one is left behind. Everyone tuning in today knows that improved treatment options for ovarian cancer are needed, and that the need for support is perhaps greater than ever in these challenging pandemic times. And to meet the challenge, we're banding together, we're pooling our knowledge and our energy to accelerate progress. We are truly powerful together on World Ovarian Cancer Day and every day. Thank you so much for being part of this movement, and enjoy your day.
Thank you so much, Annwen, for your insights into global action underway. Even at the individual level, we each have an important role in ensuring progress against ovarian cancer. Here's Michel Brunet, a member of Ovarian Cancer Canada's esteemed board of directors, to share his story and tell you about how he's making a difference.
Hi, my name is Michel Brunet, and I'm a board member for Ovarian Cancer Canada. I got involved 3 years ago for 2 reasons, for my mom and for my kids. My mother, Diane, was diagnosed in 1999 and survived and thrived for 12 more years. I was with her through a lot of those ups and downs, through good news and challenging news. I got a front row seat to how difficult the disease can be on the woman and on her family. I'm also doing this for my kids. I have 4 kids. I have a 1-year-old girl, a 4-year-old girl, and a 10-year-old girl. So I'm doing this for them too, and for their future. It's been interesting for me to get closer to the organization. It's one thing to volunteer, it's another thing to get to know the people who run it. And I'm impressed. In my day job, I help Sun Life Financial run their Canadian operations. And from that perspective, I think Ovarian Cancer Canada is really well run. Money is not wasted, not spent frivolously. Attention is focused on the mission of the organization, supporting women who have the disease and fundraising so that we can fund research and get to different outcomes long term. Over the past 3 years, attended meetings, helped guide the organization, but also been able to get involved with the annual walk. That was my first experience with a big fundraising event like that. And beyond the fundraising, the day itself, I found so energizing. It was so impressive to me to see this community of survivors and their families come together. And it was really powerful for me to be a part of that and to see all those connections. Beyond that, I was able to help a young woman who was diagnosed at a young age, Cécile Riorchuk from Montreal, and I helped her buy a bike. Cycling is a passion of mine, so when I heard that she was looking for a bike in order to ride from Vancouver to Montreal and raise money, I thought, this is great. So my family and I got together and helped her buy the bike. And she did an amazing job. She did the ride from Montreal to Vancouver, which is a feat in itself. Along the way, she met with survivors and further created that community, which I think is so important. It's tough to face this alone. So much better to face this together. Right now, we're doing the same thing for a young woman in Quebec, unfortunately in a very similar position to Cécile, Laurence Dompierre-Major. She's planning to do a trip around Quebec later this year in 2021. Same sort of idea, there's a fundraising side of it, but there's also let's bring this community together and let's further show our support for one another. So thank you everyone for joining us for World Ovarian Cancer Canada Day and for this symposium. I appreciate everyone's involvement. Think of what you can do for Ovarian Cancer Canada and for this community, because we need it. We need it, and all the women we love need it. Thank you.
Michel, thank you for bringing your heart to this cause and for sharing your inspiration with us. People from across the country have made Ovarian Cancer Canada's mission their own, and this involvement takes just about every shape and form imaginable. You've advocated for research, dug deep to learn more about the experience of ovarian cancer in Canada, and looked for new ways to connect with those living with this disease. You've advocated for research, dug deep to learn more about the experience of Ovarian Cancer Canada, and looked for new ways to connect with those living with the disease. Beyond this, you've donated hard-earned dollars and raised funds through special events, many of which have had to go virtual over the last year. But the community prevailed, and because of you, it owns World Ovarian Cancer Day. How we all contribute to this cause can run the gamut, but why we do it is the same. It's because we want to see women with ovarian cancer and others at risk of this disease live their best lives. With the global impact of ovarian cancer on the minds of many this World Ovarian Cancer Day, we celebrate that science knows no borders and that all research discoveries inform worldwide knowledge about this disease. The good news is that Ovarian Cancer Canada's multi-million-dollar Of-Can initiative has not skipped a beat over the course of the pandemic. Our funding has kept the lab lights on at leading institutions across Canada as scientists work around the clock to improve treatment options. As these efforts continue, Ovarian Cancer Canada is paving the way with its partners to ensure that Canadian women can benefit from the best available care, regardless of where they live. Understanding how isolating it can feel to be diagnosed, we're also delivering meaningful opportunities to connect for support and expert information. This symposium is proof of that. A monthly speaker series showcases topics of interest, and TLT gatherings invite women with ovarian cancer to share in small groups. Also, Of Dialogue, our online community, can be accessed anytime and anywhere. Of course, all of these resources are virtual, making it possible to reach women and families wherever there's an internet connection. No one has to go through ovarian cancer alone. Because of you and Ovarian Cancer Canada, they don't have to. But don't just take my word for it. Here are a few people from across Canada sharing firsthand how Ovarian Cancer Canada is improving their journeys with this disease.
Hi, my name's Peggy. I'm an ovarian cancer survivor of 7 years living in Ontario. I attended the symposium last November in 2020 and got so very much out of it. It was a really different place for me at the time. I had just been diagnosed with my third recurrence, and I was pretty tender and uncertain. And instead of my robust self and full of questions and eager to be involved, to find out what Ovarian Cancer Canada is up to, what are the researchers up to, what's new, what's out there, who can I connect with, I found that I needed something a little different, and I got it. I learned how to draw a really cool eyebrow. I attended a session on play that was so unexpected and just an absolute refreshment to my spirit. I expect the May 2021 to be just as impactful, but probably in a different way because I'm in a different place. And that's really exciting. It's full of all kinds of things to meet you where you are as a participant. And I'm looking forward to what's new for me this year. And as always, it's the Teal Sister community who are ready to embrace and surround and support. I'm really looking forward to seeing my friends. I hope to see you there too.
Hi there, I'm Krista Slatnik.
And I'm Cindy Sanchez.
And we're the twins from Winnipeg, Manitoba that have been co-chairing the Ovarian Cancer Canada Walk of Hope for the last 18 years.
In 2000, we lost our mother, Cheryl Pregnell, to ovarian cancer when we were only 23 years old, and she was only 53 years old at the time.
We then shortly after became gyne-oncology nurses and were fortunate enough to meet so many other women and families affected by ovarian cancer as well.
So in 2016, when Ovarian Cancer Canada came to us and asked if we wanted to be involved in lobbying on Parliament Hill, where we got to meet many MPs and the Prime Minister, and got to really try to lobby and advocate for $10 million towards ovarian cancer research, we definitely jumped at that honor.
And a few years later, we felt amazed and so privileged to be part of that, because when our dream actually came true and Ovarian Cancer Canada's dream of support actually made a huge difference to be a part of that when that $10 million was granted towards research for ovarian cancer, it felt amazing to be such a huge part of that.
We can only hope that our mom's looking down and proud of all of these things that have been happening with not only the Walk of Hope, but with the lobbying towards the $10 million. And we really hope that it can affect so many other women in the future and help them live longer and better lives.
So we'll always be part of Ovarian Cancer Canada for the rest of our lives.
Hello, my name's Barb Fleming. I'm a 9-year survivor of ovarian cancer. There are two things I really appreciate about Ovarian Cancer Canada that I'd like to tell you about. Advocating for and funding research into this disease. New drugs introduced since I was diagnosed in 2012 have meant the world to me. I've been in clinical trial for at least 3 years, and that's resulted in continued remission for me, allowing me to live my life to the full. Informing and supporting patients, survivors, and their families. In recent times, I've attended the Symposium and just lately an important speaker series event all about clinical trials. Really good information for me. I confirmed some of what I already knew and learned more about the rigorous process involved in those trials. So important for people to have access to good, reliable information.
Hi, I'm Barb's husband, John. I've been heavily engaged in the work of Ovarian Cancer Canada ever since Barbara was first diagnosed. We've been on this journey together, every step of the way. It's been my honor to serve as on OCC's National Board of Directors, to lead our Walk of Hope fundraising team called Barb Fights Back, and believe me, she's a fighter. I just can't say enough about how important this education, information, and support work that OCC does, and how it's beneficial to folks affected by this dreadful disease.
Bonjour, je m'appelle France, j'ai 52 ans, j'ai reçu un diagnostic de cancer de l'ovaire en 2017. J'avais 48 ans à l'époque, un diagnostic de stade 3C. Hi, my name is France. I've been diagnosed with ovarian cancer back in 2017. I was 48 at the time. Très tôt dans l'aventure, j'ai eu envie de me connecter avec des femmes qui savaient ce que c'était que le cancer de l'ovaire, qui avaient traversé le cancer de l'ovaire, mais j'avais pas personne dans mon entourage avec qui échanger. Very early on, I felt the need to connect with other women who were facing similar challenges as I, and happily I stumbled upon Ovidialogue. Heureusement, je suis tombée par hasard sur Ovidialogue via le site de Cancer de l'ovaire Canada. On m'a confié depuis 2018 le rôle de modératrice francophone pour la plateforme. C'est un rôle que j'affectionne, puis en fait, la plateforme m'a tellement apporté parce que au départ, c'est moi qui avais besoin du soutien des autres. Et maintenant, étant donné que ça fait 3 ans que j'y survis au cancer de l'ovaire, c'est à mon tour de donner au suivant et d'accompagner les femmes qui viennent juste d'être diagnostiquées. I have been asked to act as a French moderator since 2018, and I could not have asked for a better experience. First, because actually at the beginning, I was the one who needed the support of others. But now, as a 3-year survivor, I can now help women who have just been diagnosed with ovarian cancer and who need all our support. Donc, je suis très reconnaissante pour l'opportunité, mais aussi pour tous ces échanges-là et cette communauté qui se bâtit, qui se tisse de jour en jour. Je trouve ça extraordinaire. Là. Je vois la communauté grandir sous nos yeux, puis je trouve que le soutien en ligne est extraordinaire, donc bravo. Et merci à Cancer de l'ovaire pour cette initiative. I'm very grateful for the opportunity, but also for all the exchanges that are made on the platform. I have seen this community grow, and I'm very thankful and grateful for it. So thank you OCC for the initiative. I think it's awesome. Je nous souhaite à toutes une super merveilleuse journée mondiale du cancer de l'ovaire. J'espère vous croiser sur Ovidialogue bientôt. Merci et à bientôt. I wish us all an amazing World Ovarian Cancer Day, and I'm hopeful that we will get to meet through Ovidialogue sometime soon. So thank you and have a great day.
The work of Ovarian Cancer Canada is only possible with your support. This World Ovarian Cancer Day, I hope you'll join me in donating what you can to help women with this disease and others at risk for it live fuller, better, and longer lives. Every dollar entrusted to Ovarian Cancer Canada is put to work immediately to impact the areas of greatest need. In addition to relying on your donations, we work closely with corporate partners who are committed to making a difference. Here is Emily Chasson, Regional Director, to tell you about how socially minded companies are giving back and to provide a sneak peek into exciting events coming soon.
Hello all, I am Emily Chasson, and I have proudly been a Regional Director with Ovarian Cancer Canada for 10 years now. In addition to my regional role, I am now managing national corporate partnerships and working on national signature events with my colleague, Tara Fraughton, who is the Manager of Community Engagement and Events. Tara is actually running the back end of our show today, so I'm speaking on behalf of the both of us. Over the years, we have worked so hard to develop amazing in-person experiences. Our events were highly anticipated by our attendees, and in fact, our Lady Ball in Halifax was named Event of the Year for Atlantic Canada in 2019. Enter COVID. We were forced to cancel all of our in-person events across the country, which make up a significant portion of our yearly revenue. Though COVID has brought about many challenges, we have taken the challenges on and found ourselves being more collaborative, connected, creative, and big thinking. In a time of the greatest change our country has seen in recent history, we have not shied away. Ovarian Cancer Canada has been what it has always been, a leader. COVID has erased geographical borders and has allowed us to think of new ways of doing old things. A true highlight is our ability to support women living with ovarian cancer across Canada. In the past, our support events were fairly small, city-specific, and costly. We are now able to host virtual events where all women living with ovarian cancer can attend, regardless of where they live. We are also able to offer world-class speakers to reinforce that knowledge is indeed power. Over 400 women living with ovarian cancer registered for our fall symposium. In the past, corporate partnerships were traditional in nature, rosette events, speaking opportunities at the podium, signage along walk routes, mention in scripts, corporate teams crossing the start line together, and photos on step and repeat at gala events. Virtual events have given our sponsors the ability to showcase their leadership to a larger audience, and with every click, we are able to track exactly how many people have engaged with their brands. As always, we've been so humble and are forever grateful for the support of our amazing corporate partners. From coast to coast, companies have stepped up to help us with our mission of helping Canadian women live fuller, better, and longer lives. Companies like Odlum Brown, a wealth management firm in British Columbia, who since 2014 have sponsored our events, and their walk team has raised nearly $150,000. Stuart McKelvey, the biggest law firm in Atlantic Canada, has continuously shown up for this cause. And Feedloop, the platform we are using today, is a technology company who has helped amplify our virtual events through their Feedloop Cares program. GSK and AstraZeneca have been amazing supporters of our patient-based programs and events. Pattern Energy, who by bringing together money from 10 offices, donated over $10,000 to our Walk of Hope. Clearwater Seafoods, IMV, RBC, Air Canada Foundation, Scotiabank, the list goes on. People have rallied all across the country to put on amazing third-party events, which have raised thousands of dollars, even during COVID. Currently, the Dawn Ride Challenge in Ottawa has exceeded their target of $50,000. We've had physical challenges like Wade's 4x4, virtual cooking classes. Laurence, who is living with ovarian cancer, has challenged herself to raise over $30,000 while biking 3,100 kilometers, a kilometer for every woman who is diagnosed with ovarian cancer in Canada. We have innovative events which you can join in the coming months. You can expect to see our first ever national auction, masterclass series, a 100% virtual Walk of Hope, monthly survivor speaking series, fall national celebration, and a variety of creative and inspiring third-party events. It's my nature to not think about what we cannot do, but instead what we can do. We can still put on events. You can still fundraise amongst your networks, and companies can still build their brands and have community involvement by supporting charities like Ovarian Cancer Canada. If you are tuning in, I hope you might be inspired to think about how your company, your employer, or your colleagues could come together to make a difference. If you are already a supporter, I speak for our entire staff and board that we sincerely appreciate your unwavering commitment to helping Canadian women live fuller, better, and longer lives. I love the theme of World Ovarian Cancer Day this year, as I wholeheartedly believe it. We are indeed powerful together. We will now hear from two of our amazing corporate sponsors, Stuart McKelvey and GSK.
This World Ovarian Cancer Day, we are powerful together.
For many years, Stuart McKelvey has been a fervent supporter of Ovarian Cancer Canada and its mission to support women and families living with this disease, raise awareness, and advance research.
As the largest law firm in Atlantic Canada, we believe in giving back to the communities where we live and practice, and are committed to making a difference by working with such a powerful organization to help eradicate one of the most common cancers affecting women in the world.
Stuart McKelvey is proud to join Ovarian Cancer Canada today and every day to help ensure a brighter future for all.
Good morning. I am Hélène Pinault and I am the lead for Patient Affairs at GSK Canada. On behalf of GSK and our entire oncology team, we're very pleased to support Ovarian Cancer Canada on the World Ovarian Cancer Day. You are the inspiration behind all of our efforts. You are the energy that fuel our work, fearless collaboration, and front foot mindset to help every Canadian woman living with ovarian cancer do more, feel better, and live longer. Je vous souhaite une très belle journée, un excellent symposium. Merci.
Thank you again to our presenting sponsor, GSK, as well as Stuart McKelvey and Feedloop for their support of our symposium today. These companies are joined by hosts of other sponsors and donors who enable the work of Ovarian Cancer Canada. Alongside are thousands of fundraisers and supporters who tie on their sneakers every September for the Ovarian Cancer Canada Walk of Hope. This event was founded by Peggy Truscott, who was recently awarded the Meritorious Service Cross, one of Canada's highest honors. The walk is Canada's foremost event, dedicating all funds and attention to effecting progress against ovarian cancer. Here is Jessie Weisblatt, Community Engagement and Events Associate, with the inside scoop on the 2021 Walk of Hope.
Thank you, Mapy, and good morning. I'm so excited to be here with you all today to talk about the Ovarian Cancer Canada Walk of Hope. A special warm welcome to the incredible walk participants, volunteers, and donors who are tuning in. And for all of those of you who are new to the walk, welcome. We hope you will join us for the walk this year. The Ovarian Cancer Canada Walk of Hope is the largest and really the most powerful event of its kind in the country. It is the only walk in Canada to direct all attention and fundraising towards helping women with and those at risk of ovarian cancer live fuller, better, and longer lives. Now in its 19th year, walk participants like you have raised over $30 million in support of this cause. You really are making such an impact. This year, the walk will take place on Sunday, September 12th. It will be an all virtual event. Your safety during these unprecedented times is of utmost importance to us. While we wish we could gather together on walk day, we're determined to make this walk the best one yet. You might be wondering, what does it mean that the walk is virtual? Well, it means that you register and you choose how and where you walk. Of course, we do ask you to ensure you follow your local community health guidelines. Last year, we saw photos of people on walk day stopping for ice cream along the route, bringing their pets, taking to their favorite running trails. The walk really is what you make it. This event is an annual tradition, and don't worry, we are honoring those traditions from Walk Day, like the opening and closing ceremonies. We're looking forward to seeing you all online again for our national closing ceremonies. It is such a special way to connect us coast to coast. Last year, we saw teams right across the country tuning in. We'll be sharing the virtual stage with Teal Sisters living with ovarian cancer to share their stories and what the walk means to them. We'll hear from community leaders and top fundraisers. And of course, there may be some prizes and special announcements too. But we have a long way to go until walk day. Here's what you can do now. First up, make sure you're registered for the walk. Upon registration, check out the limited edition 2021 walk kit. It's available now for just $30 during your registration, but quantities are limited and it's available on a first come, first served basis. Included in these walk kits are some exclusive walk swag. You'll receive a long sleeve walk shirt and maybe some bonus items as well. You'll also find some helpful tips and tricks to help you reach your fundraising goals this year. Of course, our Teal Sister community will be receiving their very own Teal Sister kits in the mail with no purchase necessary. Coming soon, we'll also have the Why I Walk virtual banner. It will be live on our site where participants, donors, and all of the walk community can share their comments, who they walk for or with, and of course, their special photos of those they are honoring or remembering at this time. If you have any questions about the walk or how you can get involved, please visit us over in the exhibit hall where myself and my colleague Katie will be during the break. We'll be ready and happy to answer all of your walk-related questions. Now, we certainly hope you've enjoyed this first half hour. Next up, I will be joined by Stephanie, Jennifer, and Erin, 3 incredible Ovarian Cancer Canada community members who are ready to talk all things support and impact, including creative fundraising ideas, community events, and the many ways that you can support Ovarian Cancer Canada and support this very important cause. On the left side of your screen, you should see a session called Panel Discussion Powered by Impact. I invite you all to click on that, and I will see you there in just a few moments' time. Thanks again.